concept of dance.
Hello, Dmitry. Could you please tell us about Docker images?
Oh, sure. So, as we release Liberica, and by the way, we just released Liberica JDK 14, we also release Docker images that you can use as base images for your any system that you deploy in using containers. So, why are they different? Because underlying OS layers contain different libraries, so we test them independently, and also we have smallest container. Using that container, you can build your custom image relatively easily. It is much simpler than using JLink yourself. So you can, for example, use Liberica base variant or light or full, which still be very small. And I just checked, and the size of 14 for Alpine Muscle, which is the variant that we can use to build up custom things, is just it's below 42 megabytes, so it's a magic number. For some versions, the size is slightly over it. For 14, it is below 42 megabytes. And when do you really need that as a developer? If you use layered images, which is maybe better in many ways, you probably don't need it because you have incremental updates. So, for example, can deploy very thin part of your jar and do very rare updates of your base images. But sometimes you don't control your deployment environment very well. For example, you cannot have shared Artifactory there that contains your images, your layers, so you just ship a single image at a time. In this case, image size is extremely important, so that is why it's good to have a small base container. If you talk about the nice images, that's not only Alpine Muscle but also CentOS or Ubuntu. So that's not only Alpine Muscle but also CentOS and Debian. You can just use our Docker Hub, which is obviously named Bellsoft, where you can find all the instructions and all that images.
That's cool. So everybody can just use the
Yes, you just type and start immediately Liberica 14 without any installation or something, because you just use Docker.
Does support Bellsoft can help customers with Docker or with the installation?
Sure. That's one of the cases, one of the ways to get and run Liberica.
That's cool, thank you.